Hello and welcome. Today we're getting into something that so many of us go through, but, often in silence. We're going to talk about how to navigate those early and, let's be honest, pretty confusing stages of the menopause transition.
Wow, that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? That feeling when your own body just starts sending signals that are louder than any schedule you've set for yourself. It's not just some date circled on a calendar. It's this deep internal shift that you just can't ignore anymore.
So let's start with what we're calling the invisible shift. This is all about those super subtle early signs. The ones that are just so easy to dismiss. Those quiet little whispers from your body telling you that something new is happening.
Okay, does this sound at all familiar? You go to bed, you fall asleep just fine, but then boom, it's 3 or 4 a.m. and you're wide awake. Your mind is just buzzing with thoughts, but your body is completely exhausted. It's honestly one of the first, quietest signals that your old patterns are starting to change. Or, hey, maybe it's this. You're in the middle of a totally normal day, and this sudden wave of heat just rushes up through your chest and into your face. It comes out of absolutely nowhere, and it's so easy to just blame it on something else. The room is stuffy, it's the weather, I'm just stressed. Anything but what it might actually be. And then you've got the emotional side of things. You might find yourself reacting in a way that feels, completely out of proportion. It even surprises you. That deep well of patience you've always had, it just suddenly feels a whole lot shallower than it used to. Now, this one is really subtle. It's not that you can't concentrate at all, but your focus just seems to slip away more easily. And then you start to doubt yourself, right? You question your own sharpness, your own competence. And when these little disruptions happen over and over again, they start to create this pattern that can just quietly chip away at your confidence.
And this is the question so many of us ask ourselves. With all these quiet, seemingly disconnected symptoms, it's so easy to think, is this all just in my head? But I really want to be clear about this. You are not imagining it. These experiences are real, they are valid, and they are 100% biological.
And that's because while you might brush off each individual moment, the bad night's sleep, that random hot flash, the flash of irritation, your body doesn't forget. It remembers. It's keeping this quiet little ledger. And right below the surface of your busy life, a very clear pattern is starting to form.
So what is actually going on here? Well, this brings us to a really crucial idea, a total reframe. Thinking about this transition not as a loss or a decline, but as this profound biological adjustment. Think of it like a recalibration.
The language here is so important. Your body isn't failing you. It's not breaking down. It's actively learning. For decades, your hormones have been quietly managing everything from your mood to your body temperature. And as they start to fluctuate, your whole system has to learn a brand new operating rhythm.
Let's just look at this comparison head on. Over on the left, you see the common and kind of scary narrative. You're in decline. You're losing yourself. Something's wrong with you. But the biological truth, that's over on the right. This is a recalibration. It's an evolution. Your body is just finding a new, different rhythm.
So all that stuff that feels like a weakness, like being more emotional or getting stressed out more easily, is actually your nervous system becoming more responsive. It's not a flaw, it's information. Your body is literally giving you valuable feedback about what drains you and what you actually need.
And this is the absolute key takeaway. This is an invitation to stop fighting with your body and start partnering with it. Instead of criticizing all these changes, we're invited to just listen with a little curiosity. What is this fatigue, this heat, this emotion trying to tell me?
Okay, so if this is a recalibration, where are you in the process? Let's take a look at a timeline, because having a map can really help replace that confusion with some much-needed context and a sense of grounding.
This timeline is so helpful. So you've got perimenopause, which can kick in as early as your late 30s. This is often the most confusing part because your hormones are just all over the place. Then you have menopause itself. That's the official marker of 12 months without a period when hormones decline more steadily. And finally, you enter postmenopause, which is when your body starts to settle into its new, more stable normal. And please remember this. There is no right way to do this. There's no correct timeline. Your personal journey is shaped by your unique genetics, your stress levels, your entire life history. Wherever you are on that map, your experience is completely valid.
So we've talked about the signs, we've reframed the biology, so now what? How do we actually respond to all this? Well, this last section isn't about trying to fix anything. It's really just a practical invitation to meet this transition with some self-compassion and awareness.
Let's just try this for a second, right now. Put one hand on your heart and the other on your stomach. Take a slow breath in and just let it fall out. See? This isn't about reaching some perfect state of calm. It's just about pausing. It's about shifting from that feeling of frantic urgency to one of just gentle presence.
This is really the core message here. In a world that is constantly screaming at us to do more, be faster, be better, our bodies in this phase are asking for something completely different. Not perfection, not more effort, but just our kind, non-judgmental attention.
And we're going to end with this powerful idea. The story we're always told about menopause is that it's an ending, right? It's about fading, cooling down. But what if that whole story is just wrong? What if this transition is actually about learning how to manage a new kind of power, a totally different kind of energy? What if this is just the beginning of learning how to carry your fire?